Good morning, everybody. I'm really happy to be here with you. I know that for me, these workouts are something that have gotten me through some really, really awful times, worst times in my whole life. But when I had this focus to get up in the morning, spend this time to take care of myself, it helped me in so many ways. I felt physically more able to tackle things. Emotionally, I felt healthier. Spiritually, I felt just more whole. And mentally, it just gave me sort of like, almost like jump starts my day. So given that none of us are supposed to leave the house or interact with other people, obviously that affects the gym. For those of you who go to a gym or go to classes or whatever, we don't have to worry about that. We are home. We are going to make the best of what we have. I'm going to try to not fall backwards off the steps. I have space, but I had a little trouble setting up my spot this morning, so sorry it's a little shady. We are going to jog it out. So if you are joining me for the first time, just know you can do my workouts no matter what level you're at. Lunge to one side, keep your knee behind your toe. We are going to do my beach guns arm workout. So a big complaint I get from women is when they wave, they get the waddle. They miss the definition their arms used to have. You can work on all of that. Stretch up, lean to one side. So we're going to work our shoulders, our biceps, our triceps, our forearms. It's going to be excellent. Things you have to remember, if you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, you really shouldn't start a workout. You shouldn't do anything that hurts. Burn is different. Muscle burn is different than pain. We do not want pain. That is bad. Push your fingertips back towards me. Another thing, for every exercise we do, you have to keep your core tight. What does that mean? Your core is part of your abs, your back, and your butt. Imagine if someone was about to walk up and punch you in the stomach and you would want to prepare yourself for it. That's what it means when I say keep your core tight. So that's what we're working towards. So let's go ahead and get started. I do not have a ball. If you have a ball, I will recommend that you use it. So we are going to do triceps. So I am going to use 5s for this. So I want you to lay down on your mat. Make sure you can see me. So you're going to have your weights above your chest, not above your face. You're going to lower them down by your ears and squeeze up. So when you lower down, your elbow is pointing straight at the ceiling. This part of your arm does not move for the whole exercise, okay? So we're doing 15. Again, I'm using 5-pound weights. If you're brand new, you can use something lighter. If you are just starting to work out and you have no equipment at all and can't get any, you can use cans of food. You can use water bottles. Squeeze up. Remember to keep your abs are going to need to aid you in this, so make sure you're keeping them tight. 3 more. Now, what we're also going to do at the end of each one is you are going to do a 30-second hold. So I want you to do that with me now. Here is your position. You are not all the way down and you're not all the way up. You're at this position. Your elbows are pointing straight. Squeeze those triceps as hard as you can and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You want the burn. We have less than 10 seconds. If you need a break, you take it. 3 to 4 seconds. And done. That felt really good. So the holds just help you in a whole different way. So that is what we're working with. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a curl punch. So you're going to stand in this position. We are going to curl. You're going to punch across your body. What do you have to remember? When you curl, I want you to fully extend. When you curl up, you are squeezing those biceps as hard as you can. When you punch, Everything is tight. You've got to keep your core tight. Really, really important. I have a little elbow issue, so I am going to use 3-pound weights, okay? So you're gonna remember, you're punching across, everything is tight. Your feet are hip width apart, keep that core tight. So curl, punch, punch, back, down. So your heel will come up a tiny bit when you punch. We're doing 15. Punch, punch, down, 10 more. You really have to squeeze. You can do it. Come on, how are your weights feeling? If they start to feel too heavy for you, you can drop them. Take a break if you need to. If your form is good, stick with the weights that you have. 3 more. If your form is starting to falter, that's when I want you to drop down. Good job. Good job. Now, always move your weights off to the side so that you don't step on them and fall. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a meet at the top. So this is all about your shoulders, but even though it's a shoulder exercise, you've got to keep your core tight. So you're going to meet up at the top with the weights. I'm going to start with 5s. Just know shoulders are challenging, so you don't want to go too heavy with them. So your feet are hip width apart, the core is tight. Squeeze your shoulders. Now, sometimes the mistake people will make is they're jerk their body to move their weights. No, 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 no. You do that and I will come and find you and we will have a little talk. You cannot do that. You need to have amazing, incredible, awesome form. We're doing 15 of these. There's no way I'm going to make it all the way through with my 5s, I don't think. But my form is good. I'm squeezing my shoulders and I'm also keeping my core tight. I'm going to take a little break. Breaks are not a sign of weakness. I tell you that all the time. 7 more. I know if I do these workouts, my day is going to be so much better in so many ways. And in light of all this crazy, crazy nonsense that's going on, not that it's nonsense, you know what I mean, I need to have my head on straight. And emotionally, I need to be able to stay calm for my girls. The last thing I want to do is be out of control, stressed, panicking, and not level-headed, because that's going to affect my kids. That's going to affect their state of mind. That's going to affect their well-being. And there is no way I'm going to jeopardize that. I am honest with them. I let them know what's going on. We're talking about it. We're doing the best we can. But when I'm my best self, I am the best mom that I can be. And I keep them feeling safe, which that is my job. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a wrist exercise. So honestly, how many people ever think about working their wrists? We do here. So you're going to stand here, up, over, and squeeze up. So you're going to work your wrists, you're going to work your forearms. I'm going to go with 3s because of my elbow issue. I smashed my elbow multiple times. And say hi to me if you're out there. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're from. Some of you I'll recognize, some of you I won't. Feet are hip width apart. Squeeze up, turn over. That's 1. We're doing 15. Sometimes you guys write me and your kids will work out with you, and that's awesome. That is awesome. If my kids weren't still sleeping, I'm sure they would. They probably will while we're together for the next 3 weeks. You have to breathe. We have 6 more. Take those breaks when you need to. Drop down if you need to. Also, not a sign of weakness to drop down. It just shows that you are busting your hump. You are getting it done. If you're feeling crappy and stressed and anxious and like your heart's pounding out of your chest, I promise you, you will feel better. After doing these workouts, have some water. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody saying hello. Okay. All right, guys. I feel like I just stepped on a piece of fried chicken that one of the kids dropped. That's gross. That is gross. Okay, got it off. All right, let's do it. What's next? Okay, so this next one is a great tricep exercise. It's called rockin' triceps. So you're going to start up here with your arms in a 90-degree angle. You're going to rock back as far as you can go. You're going to squeeze out, really squeezing those triceps, and then come back to starting position. Again, you have got to keep your core tight. It's so important. This whole area has got to be rock solid. It is what is going to ensure that you have good form, and that means you don't injure yourself. If you don't have good form, you leave yourself really susceptible, okay? We're up, rock back, squeeze out as hard as you can. We're doing 15. There is just food all over here. You would think my kids grew up in a barnyard. Good thing I love them so much. How do your weights feel? If your form is good, keep going. If your form is starting to falter, that's when you want to drop down completely or just drop to a lighter weight. Okay, guys, we have 5 more. We can do it. Do not quit. That is something, if you're new to my workouts, we do not quit at Visco Fit. Never, never, never. Women are way too good at quitting, but they always quit on themselves. They don't quit on anybody else. So we do not quit. You drop the weights, you finish with no weights, but you don't quit. You encourage yourself. It's really important. As you get in that habit of not quitting here, it helps you in other ways, I promise. So that is our little thing that me and my Visco Fitters say. Don't quit at Visco Fit. We do not do that. Okay. I feel better already. It's amazing. Okay, so we're going to do Alton and bicep curls. So you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. You're going to keep your elbows in close. You're going to curl up, fully extend down, curl out. So your arms are going to be moved out, but I want you to keep those elbows in really tight. Oh my gosh, Christine. Oh, I'm glad it's going to save your sanity. I feel the same way. I'm going to use 5s. What are you guys going to use? If you've been working out with me for a while, you can use 8s. You could use 10s. If my elbow is feeling so much better, I'm so glad, so I'm trying to take care of it. I would probably start with 10s or 12s and just get a few in and then drop down, because that's what we do, right? It's okay to drop down. So your feet are hip width apart, your core is tight, your shoulders are back. Squeeze up, lower all the way down. Now out. Full extension, back to the front. So even though you're moving your arms around, you see how my elbows are staying in tight. And listen, you guys know half the time I have kids, not half the time, but sometimes I have kids running all around me. They're crazy. And I just stay focused and get it done. So we're all going to be dealing with having kids around, being crazy. Get your workout in. It is going to make you that much better for everybody. And you got to be strong right now. And you have to be strong in every way. And that's all the time, but especially now. You need to be thinking clearly. You need to keep the trains moving. You need to keep your kids learning. You need to keep the house running. So, you know, we all know, men, we love you. We love our men beyond words. But women tend to do more of the running of the household. So, take a break when you need it. We have 3 more. So, all of that stuff is going to require even more effort on your part than it usually does. So take this time in the morning to take care of yourself. I know that I'm going to, because my workouts, between all the stuff with my mom, the tornado at my boyfriend's house, now this, you know, it's been seriously bananas. Like, there is just no other way to sum it up. So we are going to take this craziness. We are going to use it. We are going to not let it undo us. We are going to stay strong, stay calm, and stay amazing. Okay, we are going to do a wind up. So you are going to take one weight. You're going to do a full wind up, squeezing your shoulders. Again, you're not jerking your body to do that. You are squeezing. It's all the work is happening here and here, because in keeping your core tight, you keep good form. Remember, shoulders are hard. I'm going to start with a 3 on my right hand. So you can do 1 and then 1 if you want. You can do all one arm first. Totally your jam. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to alternate arms. So my feet are hip width apart. My core is tight. My shoulders are back. I am keeping my arm in close to my body, where basically your bicep almost like brushes your nose as you work your way around. So you see how my body's not moving at all. It's just my arms. If you start finding that you're moving your body to get that arm up and over, you need to drop down or drop completely. We have 6 more. Squeeze. One more. We got this. Do not quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. There you go. Good job. So good, so good, so good. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a close hand push-up. So that means your hands are going to be in this position. Now, push-ups, you're probably groaning, saying, I can't do push-ups. Yes, you can. And here's why. I'm not concerned with you lowering yourself all the way down if you're brand new. I'm not even concerned with you lower yourself all the way down if you're more experienced. What I am concerned with is excellent form. Your body is super tight. If you're doing them on your knees in a modified push-up, you're still going to work really hard. So don't get down on yourself. But do not be on your kneecaps. I want you on this squishy part right above your knee. So we are going to be a straight line from our head to our heels. Okay? That is what we're... Geez, I'm almost off the thing. Can you guys see me? Okay, so hands are close together. We are tight. If you're on your knees, you are straight line from your head to your knees. That is totally cool. I'm trying to figure out the best angle so that you guys can see me. All right, are you guys ready? Our hands are close. Your thumbs are basically touching. Lower. If you go down this far, I'm super proud of you. And be super proud of yourself too. Oh, we're doing 10. Sorry. So what if you did 2 and you gassed out? You did 2 push-ups. Come on now. Give yourself credit. Credit is due. And you have to just accept that it's awesome. Hold on. All right. Shoulder Side blast. Oh, good Lord. Okay, are you guys ready for this one? You're going to lift up, rotate, and down. If you have rotator cuff issues, the twist might be no bueno. So don't do it. I don't want you doing anything that hurts. We want muscle burn. We do not want pain. That is bad, so don't do it. I'm going to go with my 3s. Normally I would start with my 5s and then see how that went. Your feet are hip width apart, lift up. So you see, when I lift up, I'm purely lifting by squeezing. I don't know how often women, I'm going to drop that one, really focus on working their shoulders. But let me tell you something. Having strong shoulders is awesome, and I'll tell you why. Obviously, having the definition is nice, but the way you hold stress and anxiety, a lot of people hold it in their shoulders and their neck. I used to get headaches constantly. That felt weird being lopsided. And I get them like 10% as much as I used to. 5 more. So I can tell you the benefits to having strength in my shoulders is life-changing. Everything about these workouts has been life-changing for me. It's changed my body, it's changed my outlook, it's changed my emotional and spiritual strength, all for the better, all for the better. Okay, so we are going to do triceps. I would like you to get a heavier weight since we're only going to use 1. I have an 8-pound, but what I'm probably going to do is hold a 3 with it. So this is your position. They're up over your head. You're going to lower it down almost where it's touching behind your shoulder blades, and then you're going to squeeze your triceps to get it back to the top. It's really, really important that you keep your core tight. Your whole body should be still. So it's up and over, but see how it's behind? So if I drop it, it wouldn't fall on my head. Not that I'm going to drop it, but, you know, it's just making a point. So you see how, we're doing 15, how my upper arm is not moving. 8 more. How does your weight feel? If your form's starting to falter, drop. If it's not, take a break for a second, 3 to 4 seconds, and then get back into it. If you do not get through all 15 reps in the time that it takes me to do it, move on to the next exercise. You will get to the point where you can do more in the same amount of time. So that was a really good weight, 11 pounds. Great, great, great. Okay, I don't have my ball, so I'm going to use a chair instead. But I love the ball. I'm probably going to order one. It's just when I leave here and I rent this house out, I don't have anywhere to put a big exercise ball. I have an owner's closet, but it's not really, I can't fit an exercise ball in there. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to sit, oh, this is wet. You're going to sit on the chair, okay? You're going to brace your bicep, you're going to brace your elbow on the inside of your knee. You're going to squeeze up and down. So fully extend on the way down. Squeeze that bicep. How does your weight feel? If you're using a 5 and you're not getting any burn, bump it up to an 8. If you don't have an 8, just grab like a 2 or 3 pound weight and make it that much. Normally I would use an 8 or a 10. I would start with that. 5 more. One more. So Here's how it should feel. The last 3 to 5 should be really, really challenging for you. If you're having no problem and you're doing those curls and nothing's happening, you need a heavier weight. So don't just assume because you haven't worked out in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years that you're going to be weak and you should just be using 2 or 3 pound weights. That's not necessarily the case. It's all your life and what you do. I know a lot of people that don't exercise, but they do other things that benefit them. I don't know who this is calling me. Hold on 1 second. Oh, maybe they'll leave a voicemail. Okay, so you are putting your elbow on the inside of your knee. You squeeze your bicep to raise up and lower. Five more. Perfect. Okay, let me see where we are time-wise. Awesome. So the next one that we're going to do some holds. Okay, so the first one I want you to do is get light weights. You're going to lift one arm up and you are going to squeeze your shoulders to keep those up. So 15 seconds in, you'll switch knees. So squeeze those abs. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. My butt is soaking wet after sitting in that chair. It's not uncomfortable at all, I swear. Squeeze your shoulders, squeeze your abs. We can totally do this. 2, 1, done. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All right, so next I want you to go a little bit heavier. You're going to raise up on your toes and hold in this position. So we're just doing some balance work while working our arms. I always like to switch it up, take you by surprise, let you never know what's happening because I don't want to be bored and I certainly don't want you to be bored. However, what I would like you to do is when our workout's over, to share it. Tell your friends and family and people that maybe aren't even your friends, but you still follow on Facebook. Because we all need to support each other and help each other. And I just happen to have workouts that people do at home that don't cost anything and need minimal equipment and minimal space. So share it, please. Okay, so next we are going to lose your balance. That's okay. I kind of want you to lose your balance. Squeeze those triceps, keep those elbows pointing up, less than 10 seconds. Come on. Take a break when you need to. 2, 1, done. The next one, we're going to do cross punch holds. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Everything is tight. You'll be on the ball of your foot because it's almost like you're in a frozen punch position. Other side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold on, I'll be right back. Baby, I think our neighbor's at the front door. Hey. I don't know what he wants. Can you get him? really sorry. My neighbor came over. Oh, we were holding on this side. Sorry. Maybe you took a little break. Maybe you didn't take a break. Squeeze as hard as you can. I'm getting the sun in my eyeballs. Squeeze. Oh my gosh, we can do it. Do it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. All right, I think we are ready. Yes, we are. We are ready now for our 5-minute bonus round. So during my BEACHIN Bodies program, normally my workouts are 30 minutes, but with this BEACHIN Bodies program, I'm doing a 5-minute, 5 minutes of a bonus round, something different every day. So today, it is going to be buns, beach buns. Okay, oh my gosh. My phone is blowing up. Okay, so what I want you to do, let me set the timer for 5 minutes. All right, let's do it. So I want you on your back. I want you to put a weight on your chest. Okay, and you're gonna drive up through your heels. Drive up through your heels. As you drive up, I want you to squeeze. We're doing it 15 times. So again, your toes are up off the floor. Hope you guys can see me. 12, 13, 2 more. All right. Now, we're gonna hold. So you can get a little bit heavier weight if you want to. I'm grabbing another 5. I am driving up. I am squeezing my glutes. My toes are off the ground. And you have to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Oh gosh, my roof just dripped right on my forehead. Better than my eyeball. I guess it rained last night. 3, 2, 1, done. Good job. Now you're going to spin over and we are going to do the dreaded grasshopper. You're going to lay on your back, or sorry, on your stomach. You're going to put your heels together, rest your chin on your hands, and squeeze your glutes to get those legs as high up off the ground as you can. Keep your heels together. This is an intense, intense burn. You have to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're doing this for 1 minute. You are absolutely positively going to need breaks no longer than 3 to 4 seconds. Get back into it. If you need another break a few seconds later, take it. You are going to hate my guts for this minute, and I will take it. I will accept it and hope that you get over it. Oh my gosh. Come on, we can do it. We don't quit. We finish the minute no matter what. Even if you're taking a bunch of breaks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That's really awful. That's really, really awful. All right, the next one we're going to do. You are going to sit on your mat facing me. You are going to have your knee up off the ground behind you, and you're going to squeeze to get that knee up as high as you can. Once again, you are going to hate me through this whole thing. So your front knee is facing me. Your other knee is almost directly behind you. Your leg is bent, lifted off the ground. You squeeze your glute, pulse 15 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If that is not burning your glute, you need to check your form because it absolutely should be. So again, your other knee, this stretch is gonna feel really good. So your leg is bent, your knee is facing me. Lean forward, your leg is bent behind you. Squeeze your glute, pulse, keep it up off the ground. That was really, really not fun. Okay, next one we're gonna do, we want a heavy weight. So I'm gonna get my 2 8s. I am going to, this is our last one. So get wide, your toes are pointing out, your abs are tight. Lower down, as low as you can go. I would like you to just lift your toes a tiny bit off the ground. Keep your abs tight, keep your shoulders back. By pushing up through your heels, you are really hitting your hamstrings and your glutes. Keep your body straight up and down. We have 15 seconds. Holy Mary. Woo! Come on, hold it. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much, I swear. We're going to stretch. Let's stretch our arms first. Press your fingers back towards me. Stretch out those forearms. Elbow pointed straight up. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. I just hook one arm around the other, pull it in towards your chest, stretch out that shoulder. I already feel just 1,000 times better than I felt sitting out here this morning, having my quiet time. Pull down into the back, stretch those triceps. Put your thumbs on the front of your hips, press towards me, really stretching out those shoulders. Shake out your wrists. Give yourself some hugs. Let's stretch those hamstrings and glutes out a little bit. Keep your knee behind your toe. Squat down. Straighten so you can pull on your calves, ankles, shoes, whatever. But really stretch out those hamstrings. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow morning, I will probably be on around the same time. Tomorrow will be legs. Do not skip leg day. Lots of people do. Don't do it. Try to get every single day in this week. Monday through Friday. I think it's important, like I said, for so many reasons. Please share. That's all I'm asking you to do. It takes 2 seconds. Tell people about me. Let them know this is a resource for them. I am 51 years old. I personally cannot relate to like 26-year-olds who haven't had kids and busy, just a different stage of life, right? So when you're in your 40s and 50s and you've had kids and life is crazy, to know that you have some place you can go where you can go at your own pace. I mix it up all the time. You don't need a lot of space. You don't need a lot of equipment. So even though you can't leave your house, if you don't have dumbbells, ask a neighbor. Maybe they could leave them at your front door. Same with friends and family members. You can certainly order them on Amazon. They might take a little bit longer than normal. But anyway, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Try to stay calm. Be smart, be safe, protect yourself, but also protect others. That's the whole thing. You're not just supposed to social distance and self-isolate to keep yourself and your family safe. You also want to keep other people safe in the event that you're a carrier. So let's all be smart, take care of one another, be kind, and I will see you tomorrow morning, same time. Bye.